Well, folks, it seems our government just got a serious injection of Silicon Valley swagger. On November 15, 2024, former President Donald Trump, in a move that surprised absolutely no one familiar with his penchant for dramatic pronouncements, appointed Elon Musk as the head honcho of the newly minted Department of Government Efficiency. That's right, the guy who shoots cars into space is now in charge of making our government less of a, shall we say, hot mess. Now, I know what you're thinking. Elon Musk? Government? Isn't that like asking a raccoon to babysit your prize-winning goldfish? And you wouldn't be entirely wrong to think that. But let's give credit where credit is due. The man has a knack for shaking things up. He's turned electric cars from nerdy science projects into objects of envy, sent rockets into orbit like it's a game of interstellar frisbee, and even tried to sell us flamethrowers as a viable home defense solution. So, maybe, just maybe he can work his magic on the bureaucratic behemoth that is the US government. Or maybe this is just another episode of As the White House Turns, where reality itself takes a backseat to whatever outlandish plot twist captures the most headlines. Only time will tell if this gamble pays off. But one thing's for sure, with Musk at the helm, things are about to get interesting. Buckle up, America, because we're in for a wild ride. Before we dive headfirst into the potential chaos of Musk's new role, let's take a moment to appreciate the man behind the myth, the legend, the meme-worthy tweets. Elon Musk, the South African-born entrepreneur, is a walking, talking testament to the power of audacious ambition. He's not just a CEO, he's a self-proclaimed techno-king, a title that, frankly, only he could pull off without sounding completely ridiculous. From co-founding PayPal and revolutionizing online payments to launching Tesla and making electric vehicles sexy, yes, you read that right, sexy, Musk has consistently pushed the boundaries of what's possible. He's not afraid to dream big, even if it means occasionally crashing a rocket or two. Hey, nobody's perfect. He's a master of disruption, a relentless innovator who seems hell-bent on dragging humanity kicking and screaming into the future. But Musk's ambition isn't limited to earthly endeavors. He's set his sights on the stars, founding SpaceX with the goal of colonizing Mars. Because why settle for being the coolest kid on the block when you can be the coolest kid in the galaxy? It's this unwavering belief in human potential, this audacious pursuit of the seemingly impossible, that makes Elon Musk such a fascinating and polarizing figure. Now, let's talk about the reason Elon's traded in his Silicon Valley hoodie for a, hopefully well-tailored suit. The Department of Government Efficiency, affectionately known as DOGE. Yes, you heard that right, DOGE. Because apparently, even when it comes to government agencies, Musk can't resist a good meme. This new bureaucratic beast, dreamt up in a late-night Twitter exchange between Musk and Trump, because of course it was, has a seemingly simple, if incredibly ambitious, goal: make the government work better. We're talking less red tape, less wasteful spending, and more efficiency. Think of it as Marie Kondoing the federal government, but instead of asking if a regulation sparks joy, they'll probably be asking if it serves any purpose whatsoever. On paper it sounds great, right? Who wouldn't want a more efficient government? But the devil, as they say, is in the details. How exactly does Musk plan on achieving this bureaucratic nirvana? Will he unleash an army of AI bureaucrats to automate away the inefficiency? Will he replace the entire federal workforce with hyper-efficient robots, and maybe a few monkeys with typewriters just for fun? The truth is, no one really knows. And that's what makes this whole thing so fascinating and potentially terrifying. Section 4. Cheers and jeers. America reacts to Musk's new gig. As you can imagine, the news of Musk's appointment sent shockwaves through the country, leaving people both excited and terrified in equal measure. It's like finding out your eccentric but undeniably brilliant uncle is now in charge of your family's finances. You're cautiously optimistic, but also slightly worried he might invest your college fund in a time-traveling DeLorean. Supporters, mostly those who already worship at the altar of Musk, see him as a much-needed disruptor, a breath of fresh air in the stale halls of government. They believe his entrepreneurial spirit and knack for innovation will cut through the bureaucratic red tape and usher in a new era of efficiency. They're already picturing a future where you can renew your passport with a single tweet and file your taxes using only emojis. Critics, on the other hand, are less than thrilled. They point to Musk's lack of government experience and his, shall we say, unconventional management style as red flags. They worry he'll run the government like one of his companies, prioritizing speed and innovation over things like, accountability and transparency. And let's not forget those who are just plain bewildered by the whole thing. They're the ones scratching their heads, wondering how we got here and if this is all just a fever dream brought on by eating too much spicy ramen. Section 5. Can Musk hack the bureaucracy, the potential and the pitfalls? So, can Elon Musk actually succeed in making the US government more efficient? Honestly, it's a question that has no easy answer. On the one hand, he's got a track record of tackling seemingly impossible challenges and emerging victorious, or at least with a really cool story to tell. He's not afraid to challenge the status quo, to think outside the box, to throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. Figuratively speaking, of course, although with Musk, you never know. He's also got a unique advantage. He's not a career politician. He's not beholden to lobbyists or special interests. He doesn't owe anyone any favors, except maybe that one guy who lent him $250 million when Tesla was on the brink of collapse. This outsider status could give him the freedom to make bold, unpopular decisions that a traditional politician wouldn't even consider. But let's not forget, the US government is a different beast altogether. It's a complex, often contradictory web of rules, regulations, and procedures, built up over centuries of political maneuvering and bureaucratic inertia. It's designed to be resistant to change, to thwart even the most well-intentioned reformer. And Musk, for all his brilliance, can be impulsive, impatient, and prone to making decisions based on gut feeling rather than careful deliberation. Section 6. The clock is ticking, a race against time and red tape. Adding to the challenge is the ticking clock. Trump, in his infinite wisdom, has given Musk a deadline, July 4th, 2026. That's right, just 2 years to revolutionize the US government. Because apparently, even when it comes to bureaucratic reform, everything's bigger and bolder in the Trumpian universe. This tight time frame means Musk will have to hit the ground running. He won't have the luxury of slowly learning the ropes or building consensus. He'll need to identify the biggest sources of inefficiency and implement solutions quickly, all while navigating the treacherous waters of Washington politics. It's a daunting task, to say the least, but if anyone can pull it off, it's Elon Musk. He's already proven he can defy expectations, bend reality to his will, and make even the most cynical among us believe in the impossible. So maybe, just maybe, he can work his magic on the US government, or maybe he'll just end up creating a whole new set of problems. Section 7. A legacy in the making, Musk's government gambit. So, what will be Elon Musk's legacy as head of the Department of Government Efficiency? Will he go down in history as the man who saved the US government from itself, the bureaucratic whisperer who finally tamed the beast? Or will he be remembered as a well-intentioned but ultimately unsuccessful reformer, another victim of the Washington swamp? Only time will tell. But one thing is for sure, Musk's tenure at Doge will be anything but boring. It's a gamble, a high-stakes experiment with the potential to fundamentally change the way our government operates, and whether it succeeds or fails, it's sure to be one hell of a ride. So, buckle up, America. Elon Musk is in the driver's seat now, and he's not known for playing it safe.